So it's Pilates. We're going to do releasing tension through the body today. So what we're going to do is, I was saying to the others before they got on, is today we're obviously going to do a lot of stuff to release tension through the neck and the shoulders. And I want you to really concentrate on your Pilates breath. That's why I said if you want to sit, if you've got high blood pressure or anything like that, and you feel like, oh, I've been standing for too long, really focus on pulling in through your belly button and pulling in through your pelvic floor as well when you're doing it. And so that will be a good focus. When you're stretching, even if you're looking this way, breathing in and out, your body's still lifting up things, pulling things down, but it's more focused, so you're not like jerking. So, but first of all, we will just mobilise. So what we're going to do is mobilise, and we're going to start with our head and go all the way down, and then we'll start doing some stretches. So the first one is we're going to imagine our nose is a pencil, and we're just going to take it from side to side. How difficult is that? But mind you, it all depends what your day's been like and how. I'm making faces here because I'm thinking, oh, my neck is a bit stiff. So just from side to side, and just breathing normally at this point. Yeah, so we're really going to just be warming up through the upper body. So if you need to move your legs at any time, do so. Then with your nose, do your smile up and smile down. Now what you find is on the back of your neck, you've got muscles that attach right under your skull, and as you do this movement, you can feel them pulling. And they also, where you get tension when you get a headache or anything like that, and they get tight, which gives you your headaches. And back down. Then just to get a little bit more mobility through the head, we imagine our nose again has got a pencil, and we're drawing a circle. We just draw a circle. If you can close your eyes without falling over, that's fine. And we're just breathing normally at this stage. Yeah. Perfect. So that's the start. And the next one now is we're going to roll the shoulders. Keep your arms really, really relaxed. We don't want to sort of have any clenching of the hands or anything. So we want to, all this area is the area that you get tension through your back, through your neck, through your head. Now take it forwards. Done my usual. Forgot to put the stopwatch on. And I have no idea how long I've been doing anything then. Then we're going to shrug it up. And then we're going to shrug it right down, then up and down. So the lower you can get it, the more you're going to pull through there and just warm it up. Stance doesn't really matter as long as you feel comfortable where you're standing, because the focus is on the upper part of your body for this. Releasing tension through. That's it. So we're just going to use the one arm. We're going to do a big circle. Just take your time, we don't need to rush anything, and just sort of take your mind to where the area is going. How does that feel? Does that feel a bit tight? Does that feel like you're having to move your body a lot in order to get your arm round and things like that, so then you can see what you need to be doing. So again, the forwards is always easier, we know that. Then the same arm's going to go up, as if you're doing a big wave. Bring it round and up and down and up. That's it. One more. Then we're going to bring it to here, and we're going to take it back and bring it across. So and wrap it to a shoulder, take it behind and wrap. So we're pulling the scapula in towards the spine. We're doing that movement. Remember, anytime you want to shake out your legs, do so. Now already you can feel, because we're working gravity, you can feel it here. That's good, to be warming it up. And then bring it down. It probably feels like that already, doesn't it? So let's do this one. Let's take it back. That's it. So when people get frozen shoulders and things like that, often it's because they have an injury and they don't keep it mobile, because it might have injured it, and it may have to have been in a sling or anything like that. So all these type of movements will help release when it gets locked in, because it's been in a sling or you've not been using it enough. But it's always best if you can work through things within your pain threshold to just do that. That's it. That's it. Then we're going to take it up and over and back. Just checking that it is. I did hear it come on, but whether it did or not, we'll soon see. Do it again. Yes. And over. Then we've got the other one now, which is the one that comes and we take it back and we wrap it to our shoulder and back. And wrap it. So when we're doing stuff like contralateral or a movement where we're just doing one side, obviously the other side has to balance as well with it. That's it. Keep it going. Yeah, one more. And again, it starts feeling really, really heavy, doesn't it? And you're just like, oh my God. Fantastic. Now hands, and we're just going to roll. Now we've got more movement because we're shortening our lever. So with our elbows, and also which you can see from the back, your scapula is just rolling round and back. Perfect. Now we're going to do it the other way and take it round. And again, you can feel the shoulders feel quite like, you know, they're feeling quite warm. Now we're going to touch elbows if you can and draw your elbows back. Touch and draw them back. So it's quite tight. When you draw them back, you can feel the shoulder blades coming right in. Perfectly normal, but it's just like, whoa, you can really feel it. Couple more. So you've basically done already a 4-minute warm up on your shoulders, so just shake it out. So now we're going to start looking at working using the Pilates breath, where you pull in through your pelvic floor and pull in through your belly button and take a big breath in. So what we're going to do again, so we're just going to take our head onto the side like this. We're not going to use any weight or anything like that, and bring this hand behind our back and grab hold of it like this. Yeah? So we often do this stretch at the end of a class, so we just pull the shoulder down. Once you're here, now do your lateral breath in and out. And again. You're maintaining core engagement, so you're feeling nice and settled within your core, but you'll feel it pulling your shoulder down. I want you to do about 6 breaths. And focus on pulling in through the belly button and pulling in through the pelvic floor. When you've done 6, shake it out. Normally by the time I finish chatting to you, it is 6. Again, nice, take your head over, and then you pull your arm down. Once you're there, do your breaths, breathing in and out. And again. And now just feel the lengthening going through that neck there, and release. It'll be releasing a lot of tension. So we're still keeping, that's it. And again, so you do your 6. Excellent. And then you shake it out. So now we're going to bring our chin onto our chest like so. Take our hands behind our back, and then we're going to do the same thing. Take a breath in and out. And as you breathe out, you will feel the neck muscles stretching. Because not only when you breathe in, your shoulders lift up slightly, not because you're doing it yourself, but your diaphragm's lifting up, your chest is lifting up. Then as you breathe out, and you breathe out with a nice slow lateral breath, you can feel it pulling all the way down there. And it's just releasing through the tension. Well done. Bring it up. Shake everything out. Fantastic. It's nice and easy. We won't be standing up forever, don't worry. So for the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands forwards, and we're going to bring our head down. Keep our spine nice and straight, so don't come forwards if you're going in a roll down. Same thing again. And it feels different because you had your hands behind your back. Now you're feeling it, you'll carry on doing it. Now you're going to feel it further up your neck, whereas before we could feel it between the 7th vertebrae. So depending how tight it is in your neck, you'll feel it there. And when you've just done a few more, that's it, just shake it out again. It's often easier to do this sitting or standing than actually sitting on the floor, because then you're obviously not always in a comfortable position when you're doing that one. Now, one of the things you mustn't do is this one. A lot of people go back, you see people going back like that. your spine, even though it doesn't mind doing that, that can compress the vertebrae, and that doesn't always release the pressure. What you need to do is you need to put your fingers and underneath your skull and just press. There's pressure points already. So what I want you to do now is to get your fingers, get them round, so either side of your cervical, your joints, and just press, and then take it round again and press. It will feel quite tender, and take it round again and press. And take it round again and press. So I often do this when I'm doing massage, and you can do it yourself, it doesn't hurt you to do it, and bring it back. But you press and then you release, so shake it out. So now you'll be feeling like, oh, it feels like stuff is going on there. So what does the pressing do? What the pressing does is it stops the blood flow. Then when you release it, it takes a lot of blood flow to that area. And so therefore that then like kickstarts. So it's a bit like flushing out something that's blocked. So it can help really relieve the tension and get the muscle fibres to release through a lot better. So next one, arm across. We've done this one before, but not with lateral breath. So you bring your arm across, take a deep breath in, and then out. And again. And you'll notice again on the out, you can feel the pull, the stretch. All this is where you get tension around your neck and your shoulders. So just again, do 6 breaths. So what we're actually doing, while you're holding this position, and I'll explain it to you, just do about 6, then shake. Your scapula is slightly lifted at the back because your arm is across through here, and then you do this position here. So you're actually releasing underneath the scapula by doing your breath in, but also you are stretching through the deltoids. Change it over. Let's do the other side. Same thing again. So you breathe in, natural breath, pull in through the belly button. Maintain the core. Do it again. So what you're doing is you're maintaining that engagement all the time, whereas normally when we're doing this, we're trying to relax. We sort of say inhale and exhale and try and relax everywhere. We're not. We're trying to maintain so that we're stretching the areas that are really important. Fantastic. Shake it out. Brilliant job. And you'll see even when we're sitting doing a similar thing how different it is. Grab hold of your wrists, bring your elbows forwards to me, and drop your chin onto your chest. Now what you're going to feel, as soon as you drop it onto your chest, you're going to feel it here. Now this, if you're very tense through your back here, it can create, with breathing and things like that, it can affect your breathing. You know, like they were saying with COVID, they were finding that actually having them on their stomach was better than having them on their back because it was affecting how they're breathing. So we want to make sure all this area here is nicely stretched and the tension is released. So elbows forwards, chin down, like I was talking. Just carry on doing your breaths. Inhale. It's really improving the functionality of all round the ribs, relieving the stress. Well done. Shake it out before we fall in. One more before we get to go down. Hands behind your back. So with this one, you can have your hands on your butt and bring your elbows together, but if you can clasp your hands, that's better because we're not leaning back. So what I want you to do is to try and draw your shoulder blades together, but without leaning back. So you're nice and tall through your body, you feel nice and tall. Draw your shoulder blades really, really tight. Now take a deep breath in and out. In and out. I want you to push your hands down towards the floor in your out breath, making sure that you're engaging through your core again. So breathing in and out. Excellent. One more. And shake it out. Well done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a roll down, a Pilates roll down. So put your feet so they're hip width apart. We're just going to inhale and then exhale. And you feel like how everything is like, whoa, really, 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 really feel like it's done some work. Inhale, hold. And exhale, come up. Now I've got my legs slightly bent, that's fine. You can do the roll down with straight legs as well. But what the roll down does, it does help with your shoulder scapular stability as well. So inhale and exhale. So as you're doing that, remember the longer it takes for your inhale is how long it takes you to go down, to hold it. And then when you do your exhale, you go down as slowly as your breath is. So the deeper you can breathe, the slower you can breathe in, and the slower you can breathe out, the more effective the movement becomes. So as you get better at it, you can get further. So what tends to happen is if you breathe in quite quickly, you do the movement a lot faster, don't you? And if you're breathing out, you do the movement a lot faster. So as you focus and you get actually a lot better, you're able to breathe out, and be a lot longer, which is more effective. And that's what you do. And that's why Pilates takes a long time, because the breath is really important. And then back up again. So you inhale, exhale, and back up. Fantastic. Right. Let's get ourselves down, so we've probably had enough standing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sit in this position here, and we're basically going to inhale, so you can hold onto your legs, and then exhale, come on up. So we're literally just going back a little bit. Or you can have your hands here. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Inhale, so a bit of a rounded back through the shoulders, and exhale. So my hands aren't really grabbing hold of it really, really tightly, but it's just like, just enough. Inhale, and exhale. That's it. So you can see there's like an arch through the back, bending as we go back. And exhale. Perfect. So from here, we're still not going to go to all the way. We're going to bring our feet together, grab hold of our elbows, grab hold of our fingers, grab hold of our elbows with our knees. You're going to push your knees out with your elbows there, and you're going to come into like a ball. So once you're in this position here, you can feel that your scapula are being pulled apart like this. This is when you're going to do your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And out. So as your lungs are filling with that lovely lateral breath, you're again stretching underneath the scapula, releasing the tension away and through your top of your back as well. All these are areas where you get headaches. Often people that get a headache, it can just be underneath the shoulder, it'd be by the shoulder blades or in the rhomboids there. That's it, and then just release it through. So now we are going to roll down. We're going to roll ourselves all the way down, and then we're going to start doing the posterior chain. So we're going to lift the tailbone up as we breathe in, coming up all the way to the top, and then bring it back down again, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. So we've got to think about lifting each vertebrae off the floor one at a time, taking your time. So we're going to do, 6 or 7 of these where we breathe in, tilt, pulling through the pelvic floor, pulling through the belly button, and breathe out. Really focusing on those amazing basic movements that we do in Pilates. So you've got plenty of time to focus, plenty of time to control the movement and your breath, to allow the movement to flow, yeah? To have control and to really centre yourself with the movement. It's really hard, and you want to just each vertebrae you want to come down. So you have lots and lots going on. Yeah, and you have to really think about it. And again. All the way up, tucking your chin in, and then bringing it slowly all the way down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use tension, and then we're going to release the tension, which you do by doing some strength. So you lift your leg up, same thing now, inhale, lift up through the spine, all the way up as high as you can, and slowly bringing it back down on your exhale. Then bringing the leg in, bringing the other one in, releasing, then changing it over. So lift it up, inhale, and then exhale. Bring it in, inhale, and exhale and bring it down. So we're going to do that again on either side. So I'm going to do a few more. So lift it up. You go at your own pace, lifting it up, inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you come down, controlling the movement, making sure your hips aren't moving. Inhale, bring both knees in. To release, and exhale down. Change leg, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just let it flow. Let it flow. So just do a few more each side. We're going to do another 2 on each side. So lifting it up. So it's got like a lovely little sequence going on. Posterior chain, nice and tight. Bringing it down. Bending the knees, releasing the tension, and then getting yourself onto the next side to do it again on the other side. So, lifting it up, still working through that back. That was a low one for me. Bringing it in, and back. One more on each side. Lift up. Bending the knee, bringing it in, down, last one, bringing it down, bringing it in, perfect. So now we're going to open up our chest and bring our arms out, take our knees over to the side. So normally we do this as a stretch, but we're going to do it as a Pilates movement. So we need to still stay engaged through here. We're not relaxing down. We're keeping tension through there. So we're going to breathe in through the belly button or through the pelvic floor, and breathe out, maintaining it. And again, we're not releasing anything. It's releasing from the inside, but it's also strengthening and getting rid of any injuries that you have, hopefully. Nice and open, your hands are on the floor. Now release, now let go, relax your bum, relax everything. Now do a breath just to stretch it, just breathe in and let go. Because you're not maintaining. See the difference? Breathing in and breathe out. That's just purely to relax. So, bring your knees into your chest, just release a little bit through the lower back. So again, we're releasing tension through the back here. We'll continue with shoulders soon. So feet down, hands up, take them out to the side. Drop your knees one way. So we're maintaining tension, we're maintaining core engagement. We take a breath in, pull in through the pelvic floor. Breathe out, pull in through the belly button. And again. Now release. Let go of that buttock muscle, really relax. Now your breath in is just a stretch, so it's inhale And exhale. Let your body just feel heavy and release. It's a whole different feeling because you've not got the engagement through the core then. It's just all nice and relaxed. Slowly come back. Bring your knees into your chest. Fantastic. Oh yeah. So now we're going to take ourselves over onto our hands and knees. So we're just with Pilates breath as well. We're going to inhale and arch. And exhale, lift the tailbone up. So nice easy one. We can all do this one. Inhale, pull through the pelvic floor. And exhale, pull in through the belly button. Breathe in. And breathe out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take one hand forwards and the other one just stays as it is, and we're just going to support with this hand. So I'll do it this way first. Come to here, yeah, so you can feel the stretch through the shoulder. Now do your Pilates breath. Breathe in. Maintain. Breathe out. So you're not letting your body go, you're not letting weight go onto it, you're holding that position there and doing your Pilates. So we are really working at taking away tension through the upper body. So let's do a few more. Well done, then bring it up and give it a bit of a shake out if you need to. Pull your pants up if you need to. So we do the same on the other side. So the one hand's there, we come down so we can feel the stretch. The other hand is a support network. So you're there in the position, nice and straight. So we are stretching, but we're also hopefully helping release the tension through here. So breathing in again. And out. So all the time you are keeping that arm supported with your other hand, holding it there. And you'll really feel it. I can really feel it underneath the scapula. It's amazing. Keep everything engaged. Well done. And bring it up. Shake it out again. Pull your pants up, whatever you need to do. So we've done it that way. So now we're going to take it out here. So we're going to try and get the shoulder on. But we're not going to get the shoulder to the floor. So let me show you. So your elbow is here, your arm is here. You're just going to come down just as low as you can. Yeah, so you don't lose your position that you're in. And again, you've got the support with your arm. So take a deep breath in. Pulling through the pelvic floor and exhale, pulling through the belly button. And again. Just relieve tension in your biceps and around the front of your shoulder. And then you can do the same with the arm, the same arm, keeping the elbow where it is, here on the floor. Now try and get your shoulder to the floor so you're not rotating too much. Same thing again, breathe in and out. That's it, keep going. Well done. So we're going to change arm, take the other palm so it's on the floor, try and get this shoulder down without too much of a rotation. So my back is fairly straight, as you can see. Once you're there, now you do your breath. You breathe in and you breathe out. No releasing, it's not a relaxing stretch as in you're doing when you're stretching to pre-lengthen. Stretching is about pre-lengthening and helping with your range of movement. When you're doing Pilates, we're trying to release the tension, but we're also trying to kickstart areas in that arm if it's not working and functioning properly. Well done, and then do the same, just take it under, see if you can get your shoulders to the floor, or my head's to the floor, keeping your arm where it is. So you're slightly off, we're normally quite low down when we do this one. Do the same again, breathing in and out. Keep going, just do a few more. 3, 2, 1. So the next one is dog pose. We are now going into a stretch now. So you won't believe it, but we've been doing that we've been doing 28 minutes already. So palms go out in front. So when a dog stretches, he doesn't go into a child, it doesn't go into a child's pose. It comes like this, where the chest comes to the floor, but they keep the butt off the floor, butt up high. So we're going to hold this pose, if you can, without necessarily resting your head on the floor, let gravity do it, for 2 minutes. You can feel it through the shoulders. If you want to get your head down, you can, as long as you keep your butt up in the air. Now we're breathing to relax. And we're trying to get the chest slowly down to the floor. So while you're in this position, I want you to focus on breath. I want you to take 6 deep breaths in and out, first of all. When you've done your 6 deep breaths, I want you to breathe in on a count of 8 and breathe out on a count of 8. So keep doing your counting breathing. So you keep going. If you need to come out any time, that you can. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it, but just focus on your 8 breaths in. So while you're doing your breathing in for 8 and out for 8, the 6 breaths are always really useful to do if you're feeling a bit panicky or if you're feeling a little bit tense. Just to try and take 6 deep breaths in and out, and that can release an awful lot of tension through the body. So just keep going. We've still got a little while to go. I can't see the stopwatch particularly well, so you might have less than 2 minutes, more likely to have more than 2 minutes. So we've just got 30 seconds to go while you're holding that. We've just got 15. Just coming up to 5. And then slowly come up out of it, and then you're going to roll yourself back onto your back. We're nearly done. So the first thing we need to do is, you're probably like, oh my goodness, my shoulders. So we're going to grab hold of our shoulder blades and we're going to rock from side to side. And that will help release it through. That's it. And then we're going to take our hands down to our sides. We're going to shrug the shoulders up and down. And everything should just feel like, oh, not too bad. Next one we're going to do is take our hands out to the side. And this time you're just going to roll your head from side to side. Just roll it. And it should feel like, oh, that feels a bit better. There should be a lot more movement. It might feel like it's done a bit of a workout, but it does feel a lot looser through there. Then we're going to bring the hands in, and we're just going to roll the knees around one way and the other way. So there's quite a lot going on in that time. That's why it's not a long session for it. So all I want you to do now is we're just going to spend a few minutes just releasing everything now, because you've just done quite a hard workout through the top half of your body. So what I want you to do is just lie down. You can have, like, I've got my legs straight, you can have your knees bent if you wish. And I want you to try and get rid of any tension that's in your shoulders and in your neck and in your face, in your head. I want you to imagine that your head is floating on top of your spine. And somebody's softly just smoothing your brow, yeah, and you feel nice and relaxed through your face, through facial muscles. As you can see, like I'm talking, they do work a lot, so sometimes they just need a bit of a relax. Remember our internal smile. If you don't want to externally smile, you can always be smiling inside, and even just the thought of smiling inside brightens you up. And just relax the shoulders, relax your upper back down onto the floor. And just wiggle fingers, toes, rotate. That's all you needed, just enough. When you do a hard workout, sometimes it's just really good just to spend a minute just having a bit of quiet time, just releasing through, and everything should just feel like, oh, that feels so much better. Releasing through shoulders and your back and your neck and everything like that. So just slowly bring yourselves up into seated. Yeah, it's how to make nearly 40 minutes go really quickly, eh? So yeah, just roll the shoulders. You should feel like, actually, you don't feel too bad. Well done, guys. That was a good one for today. So I think if I remember to video it, it's on the video anyway. Give yourselves a round of applause, because I couldn't see whether it was on or not. I'll soon find out.